What's up, YouTube? For today's video, we're a full Ting Lu Team. So Ting Lu got his shiny kind of recently, and I've done a team of 6 Ting Lu. Now, Ting Lu has some pretty good stats, as in its health and its defense, and it's got a pretty good attack stat as well. The rest of its stats are kind of just okay, and its move pool is quite shallow too. So it was a challenge with some of these battles to get some entertaining ones. But I got 4 really good battles, and I really hope you enjoy. What do you think of Ting Lu as a Pokemon? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Tell me all about it in the comment section. And we have got 4 battles today with this team. Alright, first battle we got an Arceus Water and of course a Tinnyterra Stella on the first turn. So they're going to be going for a Judgment. So Judgment coming from that. The Stella boost is going to take my Ting Lu out in one shot. So pretty big counter to start this battle off. Now in these Ting Lus I tried to do all different unique movesets on them as well. I tried to do some speedier ones, but it was very, very difficult with how slow this Pokemon is. Now, I was in quite a bad situation here because this Arceus was spamming Judgment, and it was doing a lot of damage. So, as you can see, this is a very, very bulky set, so I was able to lift that reasonably well. This is going to be my Terra Electric Ting Lu. Now, I have done a sweep on this already, so if you do want to check it out, I'll leave that one in the description of the video. Let's go over some of these sets too. So this one was a Fissure Rest Sleep Talk Stomping Tantrum set. I Quick Lure as the item, max health and max special defense impish nature, and it was very, very tanky, as you can see. So I managed to get the Terra Electric off, so Judgment wouldn't be super effective, and I managed to get Rest off. So my idea here was to get some Stomping Tantrum damage or a Fissure. I didn't have much answer to Arceus Water with Stella as well, so it was quite a difficult matchup. So we're going to get a couple of rests here in a row, which really, really sucks. But, you know, Arceus's Judgment now is doing nowhere near as much damage as it was before. So I'm able to tank all those hits, go to sleep, and wake up and go to sleep again there and attack, unless I get critted. So that's sort of the idea. So going for a Stomping Tantrum, that was actually a double base boosted one, but Arceus has some very, very nice natural bulk here. And I'm not really running any attack EVs at all, so it's not going to be hitting like, one-shotting him. So getting a rest off here again here, I really had no choice. I really had no choice at all. I had to get past this Pokemon. So now this Arceus actually had some very good coverage moves against my team. They had Ice Beam, they had Terra Water Judgment, they had Energy Ball, so that was 3 super effective attacks there. So I really had to make sure I took this out now, or got it very, very close. But annoyingly, I got Sleep Talk and Rest, quite a few times here. So they got it. I think I got an initial boost there. I was actually worried about special defensive drops too, and I have to, swap out another Ting Lu. That one would faint, and I'd lose another Pokemon. So this was an absolute slog hit, and I kept getting Rest as well, which was really, really annoying. Like sometimes with Sleep Talk Rest, you can get like all your attacks, and then some other times you'll get Rest like 4 times in a row, which is quite frustrating. So I was thinking about what I should do. I'm like, should I just straight up attack instead of going for it? And I actually got a Quick Claw this turn, which was really, really nice. So I woke up this turn and I managed to get a Stomping Tantrum. This one was boosted as well. Yeah, that was boosted. So that was one more attack, and I can actually take them out here. So I thought, all right, I know that I can live the next one, but I think they're going to go for Judgment again, right? Because Judgment's going to be more powerful. I'll go for Rest, and I'll get one more attack off, and then I can feint them. And then I've got a chance of giving my opponent a good challenge here. If I lose this Ting Lu, they're just going to spam Judgment on the next, 4 of them left here. So going for a final Desperation Energy Ball there. No special defensive drop, thank goodness. And I just need Stomping Tantrum. Well, I mean, I would, Fissure would be fine too, but it has to land there. So finally getting Stomping Tantrum, and that is going to take Arceus out. Oh my goodness, that took so long, but there was absolutely nothing I could do there. That was like a solid Tinnyterra from the start. They really wanted like a sympathy press A win, right? Next Pokemon's going to be Shaymin. Now, this Shaymin is its land form, so it's not the sky form. So I didn't really want to verse that just yet. I want to see what moves it had. Typically, it has like Air Slash, Seed Flare, things like that. So Vessel of Ruin is going to drop the special attack, and now they're going to go Earth Power. I had a feeling they'd have that because it's a good coverage move for Shaymin against Steel-type Pokemon. And I smelled a rat. So Seed Flare is going to miss it. This Ting Lu is like this. It's like a flinching set, right? So it's pretty terrible. It's max speed, hasty nature, max special attack. We've got Mud Shot. It does get Mud Shot, which is like its only way of dropping the opponent's speed there. Mud Shot, Dark Pulse, Rock Slide, and Zen Headbutt with Bright Powder. And it's just there to drop the opponent's speed and, you know, try and get some flinches. Unfortunately, Seed Flare is a very, very good move against this team too. So that was another excellent counter, right? So bringing in Ting Lu, I've got 4 more of them left there. Well, 4 and 1's already terrored. Now, this next set, this is the bulky set. So we've got Seed Flare here. Seed Flare, as you can see, is doing enormous amounts of damage. I just went for Body Press, and it wasn't quite enough to take it out. Shaymin's actually got some pretty good natural bulk. Shaymin Landform's got some good bulk about. It's like, I think it's like 100 in base in every stat. It's like kind of like Mew. So that's suddenly half my team's down, and I have only taken out an Arceus, so things are not looking good at all. So bringing in my next Ting Lu here, this is a special one. It was absolutely horrendous, but it was fun to use. They're going to drop my special defense there with Seed Flare. I went for Snarl, and it lived. I was like, no. So this is very, very, very bad. So this terrible Snarl set is Earth Power, Snarl, Hex, and Terra Blast with Terra-type Water, and a Throat Spray, Max Health and Max Special Attack, Modest Nature. So they went for a Air Slash there. Obviously, they didn't want to miss Seed Flare, but that was a problem there because I was actually able to live that one due to my ability. So that's the end of Shaymin. I think I would have taken it out with my next Pokemon. So we got Como here. Now, I have Hex, I've got Terra Blast, I really don't have a lot, so I just went for any attacking move. They're going to finish me off with Dragon Claw. So I've got 2 Ting Lu left here now, so things are not looking very good at all. So this has Life Orb, so going to the next Ting Lu, which is... Oh, this is not the Terra Electric one. This is another one. This is my more offensive one. No, it's not. It's my phasing one with Fissure. So this one was to work with the Stealth Rock set. So this has Fissure, Ruination, Whirlwind, and Mud Slap. Rocky Helmet as the item. Max Health and Max Special Defense, Careful Nature. So I just went for Ruination here. Like I didn't really have a lot to hit them with. It was more of a phasing set. And since I didn't have my Stealth Rocks up, it wasn't that effective. So I'm actually able to live a close combat there, which is pretty cool. And I got some Rocky Helmet damage and the Life Orb damage on top of that. And this turn, I actually went for a Mud Slap, and I got the Mud Slap KO. So that was absolutely awesome. Some nice, beautiful salt there. But it was the end of the road here, because I had one more Ting Lu left, and they still had, like, you know, look at the Pokemon they're using, right? So we've got Miraidon. The only good thing here is Miraidon can't spam Electro Drift. It's going to have to use something else. So I've got Fissure on this. I've got Whirlwind. I thought, well, they might try and set up. Let's go for Fissure, and they're going to go for Dragon Pulse. So that's, you know, that's not too bad. I do have my Terra Electric Ting Lu left, so I thought, well, I've got Vessel of Ruin, which is a great ability there. You know, it's dropping the special attack, like modifier of like 0.75, so it is going to affect Miraidon. So I've got Stomping Tantrum and Fissure here. So there was one issue. I couldn't go back to sleep because of the electric terrain. But for some reason in Pokemon, you still stay asleep when electric terrain's on the field and you swap a sleeping Pokemon in. Don't ask me why, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but that's how it was. So go for Sleep Talk here, and I got Fissure. So Fissure sadly did not land against the Miraidon. So Miraidon's going to go for yet another Dragon Pulse. They're pumping every Dragon Pulse they can at me. I'm going to wake up this turn and just go for Stomping Tantrum. Now, Fissure did fail, and Stomping Tantrum just annihilates Miraidon in one shot. So that's really, really good. So we've got 2 more Pokemon left, but I can't go to sleep. Now we've got Sinister. I was like, oh, I don't know about this. Like, I have to get Fissure. Like, Fissure is my only way to take this out, right? So they're going to go for Match and Gotcha. I do have my ability working for me, and I just lived 21 health, and Fissure landed. I was like, oh my god. So that is going to be the end of the Finisher. Suddenly, Ting Lu has clawed its way back into this. Hang on, that's like one. This might be a Ting Lu sweep. It's very, very close. Oh, wait, the Mud Slap KO. Last Pokemon's going to be Primarina. I was like, all right, let's go. I've got a quick. I was like, this can't be happening, right? I went for the Fissure this turn, and Fissure doesn't land. You wouldn't read about it. I was so close to winning that. If only I landed that Fissure that turn, that would have been like the craziest of comebacks there. But very, very close battle considering what Pokemon they brought and how that battle started. Like, I don't think many people would have expected me to, be very close in that battle at all, but really good game there. That was a random battle against Ash as well. Next battle here, this is another random battle. This one's against Matthew. If you do battle me in any of these videos, let me know. If you're one of the trainers I battle in these videos, let me know too in the comments. All right, first Pokemon I got is going to be Samurai Hisuian. So this is my bulky set. So they're going to go for a Razor Shell. Razor Shell is doing good damage. Plus they got, they got a crit and drop my defense. I'm like, oh great. Sadly, that's going to counter my Keyberry. So this is a Keyberry body press set. And it's also Stealth Rock as well. So, one of these had to have Stealth Rock, obviously. So this also had Spikes too. And I had Memento. So now they're going to go for Sacred Sword and they're going to fight me. So not much. Yeah, there's a crit as well. It's like, all right, well, I think, does someone have a scope lens or are they just getting lucky here? Anyway, that's the end of my first Ting Lu. We're going to go into the second one here. Now, this Ting Lu, I have a weakness policy set. Now, you didn't get to see this last time because it got destroyed. So this was a Stellar set. So they're going to go for Razor Shell again. Look at the damage that did. It was a critical hit too. Like, bro, you're getting like quite lucky here with the crits. Has to be scope lens, right? So Ting Lu just narrowly lives. Would have been much better live if it wasn't a crit, but I still lived. And I got the weakness policy boost. I just went for Earthquake here, and I was hoping that Samurai didn't have like a troll item like Focus Sash, and they were just getting lucky with the crits, but they didn't, so that's good. Next Pokemon's Jet Dragon, which is going to be a Dragonite. It's a disgusting shiny color as well. So we got some Stealth Rock damage there. I've got Stone Edge. I thought, well, I'll just go Extreme Speed, but they went Flamethrower. I'm like, oh, okay. A special Dragonite. Interesting. So that's the end of Ting Lu, or the second Ting Lu, I guess. We're going to go into Ting Lu number 3 here. Also, if you enjoyed the videos, people, you want to support that channel, hit that like button there. It helps my videos appear in your subscriptions too, and recommended all that stuff, if you never see them. So I smelled a rat when I seen Flamethrower on Dragonite, and then I smelled a bigger one after I seen Zoroark's attacking move. So I knew there was one on their team, right? So, of course, Rock Slide misses. I totally wouldn't have seen that coming. And then Sludge Bomb missed as well, because this was like the, this is the Bright Powder one. So I went for Dark Pulse, because I knew there was a Zoroark there, and that is going to faint. So bye-bye Zoroark. That was a max special attack Ting Lu as well. Like, it actually took it out. Next Pokemon we got is going to be Archaludon. So preferably I'd like to go for Fissure on this, but I was like, I don't have it on this set. I guess I could go Mud Slap. And I'm going to take that really, really well, that Flash Cannon. So Mud Slap is actually a simple and easy to hit KO on Archaludon. You're probably never ever going to hear someone say that again. So I thought, are you going to even stay in for this? I was like, I doubt it. I'm going to go for Dark Pulse and try and flinch you if you do, right? But they didn't flinch. Oh, look, I could have gone for a Mud Shot again, but I wasn't sure if they were going to stay in. So I thought, all right, I'll just go for Mud Shot again. I outspeed them, Archaludon's down. So that was good, getting rid of that. If it got stamina boost up, it might have been annoying to get around. So I was happy to have the special one. Next Pokemon is now the actual Dragonite, but from before. We got some Stealth Rocks getting rid of the multi-scale too. So I've got some attacking moves. I've got Dark Pulse. I'm not going to go for Rock Slide because it might have weakness policy. And they're going to go for Dragon Dance. So I just went for Dark Pulse. It's obviously going to do nothing. Now, Dragonite's going to go for a second Dragon Dance. So obviously they're really going... I know what they're going to do. They just want to press A and Extreme Speed. So I'm hoping I can get them down to a lowerish amount of health there. I didn't want to miss this. So I went, I'll go Mud Shot this turn because they might go Terra Normal Extreme Speed. And they just took me out of Dragon Pulse. So like, that's fair enough. So half my team's down. And I've got 3 more left here. So I thought, all right, I have to get rid of this Dragonite now before it you know, before it sweeps through my teams. It's got, what, +2. So I've got Whirlwind on this, and I thought, well, Whirlwind's going to be a good idea. And I've also got Terra Fairy too. I really did consider going for Terra Fairy here. I really did. I'm actually kind of glad that I didn't, because they've got Terra Steel. So I thought, all right, you've got Iron Head. You know, that's probably what I would go for with Terra Steel. And so they've got Dragon Claw and Iron Head. So they didn't have Terra Null. That does a lot of damage to Ting Lu. They've also going to get hit by the Rocky Helmet there. That's kind of why I swapped it in. And I went for Whirlwind. The only issue is, since they're Steel type now, they are going to be able to live this incoming stealth. It's only just though, but I thought it was quite important that I got rid of that. Next Pokemon's going to be Staraptor. Staraptor, actually, their team was a little bit kind of weak to Stealth Rock. So it's going to drop my attack there. Not that it really mattered. I have nothing for this. I was like, the best I can probably do is just go for like Whirlwind here. Here comes the close combat, which I knew they'd have. You know, it's a standard move on Staraptor. And I do manage to live that, which is pretty cool. This one, this Rocky Helmet set, this had, this only had max health, but it's got some pretty good base defense, right? So I just went for Whirlwind. I thought that was the best idea there, and I was hoping that I could get rid of this Dragonite. But sadly, Dragonite would have to attack me regardless with Rocky Helmet, right? So I knew they were virtually going to have to faint themselves, you know, if they went for that. So here comes the Iron Head. They've got Dragon Claw and Iron Head. I know that for a fact, and I know they've got, you know, going to get hit by Rocky Helmet. So I guess you could say my Ting Lu eventually did faint the Dragonite, so that was good. So I've got 2 more Ting Lu left. So we've got a Staraptor and 1 more Pokemon. Now I know that Staraptor's got close combat, which is going to be a very, very powerful move. So in it comes again, and it is going to take some Stealth Rock damage. So we're going to bring in my next Ting Lu number 5 here. I wish Ting Lu's shiny was a little bit better. It's kind of, wow, it's a bit. I know it's rusty and stuff. It's like, I guess it's the same color, you know, when copper turns greenish, that sort of thing. So this is a Terra Water Ting Lu. I was thinking about this for a bit. I thought, if I go Terra Water here, I'll live the close combat well, and then I could just faint it. Or I could go Snarl, you know. Either one of these should be pretty good. But I kind of wanted to go for a Snarl because they'd have a close combat drop, and I'd boost my special attack right. And I wouldn't reveal that I've got Terra Blast Water just yet, because they did have a Pokemon in the back. Then I was like, do I reveal it? Do I not? Do I just go for Snarl because it should be able to take them out? I just changed my mind in there in the end, because I thought, well, they've only got 1 Pokemon. Let's just go for Terra Blast, right? And Terra Blast Water was super effective against their last Pokemon too. So that's the end of Staraptor. So this is the special set. Last Pokemon is Infernape. Now, I know Infernape very, very well. The only move it's going to be able to really, truly hit me with here is going to be Thunder Punch. So I thought, look, worst case scenario, they go for a close combat. I lose my other Ting Lu. They get a defense drop, right? A special defense drop. So, and then I can just bring it in. You know, no harm done. And then with a Thunder Punch. That was a free swap for me, so that was really, really good. On this set, I've got Stomping Tantrum, and I've got a Quick Claw on the first one. I used it right, and Stomping Tantrum is going to hit really hard and almost take out Infernape. Very, very close. Here comes the close combat. Obviously, very, very good damage to my Ting Lu there. And I have to get a Quick Claw here to be able to outspeed them and feint them here. But they're going to double up with 2 close combats. So I thought, all right, that's cool. Obviously, they've got Thunder Punch. I know they're going to go for Thunder Punch on my next Pokemon. But, you know, Ting Lu's got a lot of defense too. So that's going to be the thing that's going to help me. Plus, it's not like it's stab or anything either. And you know, I've taken very, very little damage there. So Ting Lu can virtually go, well, I was going to go for Snarl for disrespect, but I was like, I like knowing my luck, I'll probably miss, right? So I didn't go for it. So I'm always thinking out how to do the fun move at the end, but I went for Hex. I'm like, let's show them it's a special set. And I took out the Infernape there. And that is the end of the battle. That was a really tight match the whole way. Yeah, it definitely was there. Thank you, Matthew, for the battle. Let's get on to battle number 3 here. All right, this is a battle against Jose or Jose. I don't know how to pronounce that. But we've got a Dondozo lead. So this team was a very, very good team as well, definitely. Like, this was a very, very competitive team. So I was wondering how well I would actually be able to match up against. So with Dondozo as the first Pokemon, like, this is a big counter, right? Because Dondozo has a lot of bulk to it. And it also can dish out, like, massive damage, too, with, like, Wave Crash and, you know, things like that. It can also be a Rest Sleep Talk set, too, so there was a fair bit of worry there. So, Ting Lu, I was actually able to live that really well. I got some Rocky Helmet damage plus the Wave Crash, so I thought that would be a good swap in there. Now, Dondozo does have leftovers, but I thought even if I could get Dondozo onto, like, let's say a half health or below, I think that I can just get rid of it, maybe even with the special set. My Fissure is going to miss there, which, let's be real, didn't really surprise me all that much. So some more Rocky Helmet damage, some more recall damage too. Now, if Dondozo did have rest, that would give my Ting Lu somewhat of an advantage there with Fissure. I might be able to get 2 shots at it, so I thought I'll just go for Fissure here, and it landed. So that was excellent, getting rid of Dondozo. I don't know whether they had, you know, rest or not, but it was good getting rid of that. That was a very, very good counter to a Ting Lu team. Now, next Pokemon they got here is going to be Ninetales Alola. So this is what I was scared of too. I'm like, imagine if Dondozo gets a Veil up behind, like, what can I even do, right? So I've got Fissure here, I've got Whirlwind, I've got Ruination. I'm thinking, are they just going to feint me, or are they going to set the Veil up? But they're going to feint me. I guess they didn't want to run the risk of setting Veil up and then getting fissured, right? So we're going to go to the next Ting Lu here. Now this Ting Lu, since I know that it's got Moonblast and Blizzard, just, you know, it's just a standard Ninetale set, this has got Heavy Slam, right? And the Heavy Slam is going to absolutely annihilate Ninetales. So, that's going to drop my special attack, and it's going to activate my weakness policy on Ting Lu. Weakness policy Ting Lu isn't all that bad, because generally you can tank, especially a physical attack. So, I don't know what the calcs are if someone wants to run the damage that did to Ninetales, but holy smokes, that was an adamant-natured, weakness policy Ting Lu. Probably like 1,000% damage or so. That was Adamant Nature plus a weakness policy Heavy Slam. I reckon that had to be 1,000% damage. Like, I don't know if someone wants to know. It'd be really funny if someone puts that damage calc in the comments. Next Pokemon is going to be Miraidon. Of course, here comes the Tibi Terra. So like, all right, what are you going to be? I was like, please don't be Terra Fairy. And it was Terra Ice. I'm like, oh, okay. Now, Terra Ice Miraidon is actually kind of no joke, because it's really quite a bulky Pokemon, and it's got a super effective Ice-type move, and it's got the bulk from Snowskate too. So I was like, man, this is actually going to be quite a problem. It's like, I got to get rid of this, right? How am I going to do that? I'm going to probably have to go into my one of my others, maybe my Terra Electric set, and try and get rid of this thing, because it's scary, you know. I don't have much answer to this, but so I got a Quick Claw first turn, which is always nice. I just went for Terra here. Now I know that I've got limited sort of time here, because it's got Electric Train in the field. As long as Electric Train is on the field, this set is not going to be nowhere near as effective. So I want to get rid of Miraidon right now, and I got a Quick Claw and Fissure on the first turn. That was so lucky. So that's that pain in the ass now, though. So that was a very, very good, very, very good counter for them. Gone instantly. So that was good. I was like, all right, I definitely can give this person a really good battle now. Their really massive counter is gone. So in comes Iron Treads here. It's going to get a speed rise, and it's, I was like, well, you're probably just going to use Earthquake, right? Be cool if they used Steel Roller and got rid of the Electric Train, but you can wish, right? So going into Ting Lu, my fourth Ting Lu here. Now, I was thinking, how much damage will you actually do here? I'm thinking like maybe just under half or a quarter. So it did around that. It's like, that's good. Now, this set has got Earth Power, and I thought, well, Earth Power should do some really good damage here, because this is more of a defensive Pokemon, Iron Treads, and they won't be expecting it. So Earth Power, excellent damage there. Almost took him out. That was awesome. So I was like, all right, I'll go for Snarl here, right? Let's take him out. So here comes the Earthquake. Ting Lu was able to tank 3 Earthquakes there. I think it would have tanked one more super badly. And that is the end of Iron Tread. So things are going absolutely excellent, right? Really, really good stuff. I'm completely dominating it at the moment. Then the Flutter Mane come out like, okay, this is another mega counter, right? Because they're faster than me. They've got Moonblast, a spammable Moonblast, which is super effective. I do have my ability, and they've also got a Calm Mindset too. So I'm like, oh god, like, I don't know if I can get around this. This is going to be super, super hard, right? So I had this special set right now. I was thinking I could swap out here, but I'm going to give them another Calm Mind. If I keep going for, at least if I keep going for Snarl, I can drop their special attack, and at least they won't get that boost, you know. So they've got Draining Kiss, which is bad because I probably would have preferred Moonblast. At least they can't get their health back. I personally think in singles the Draining Kiss set is more, it's more of a threat actually. So I've got three Ting Lus left. This is the physical one. It's okay. It's not that bulky though, compared to my other one. So they're going to keep using Calm Mind, of course, and that really doesn't surprise anyone. And I'm going to go for Rock Slide. So Rock Slide is a 3-hit KO. Now, the reason it was a 3-hit KO is because I ran everything in special attack. So, of course, they've got Draining Kiss, and of course, they got a critical hit as well. So that's going to get all of their health back. I was like, yeah, this is not looking good. This is a direct counter. So what I tried to do here is like, I'm going to try and drop their speed. Now, I know Flutter Mane is really, really fast. So I thought maybe if I could drop their speed enough, I might be able to, I probably need, realistically, I was like, I probably need 3 speed drops to maybe, I was thinking maybe 3 to 4, right? So I thought that's going to take too long. So maybe I'll go for Rock Slide and just keep pressuring it, right? It's not like they're going to get a lot of health back here. So I did my best there with that Ting Lu set. It was a max special attack set and mix one, right? So I had 2 left. I was like, how am I going to get rid of this thing? I need to hit it with a hard physical move. That's the only way to get around it now. So going to my next Ting Lu set here. This is my, I believe this is my Terra. No, this is my body press one. Okay, this is my body press one. So I couldn't do anything to this either. So they're going to go for Draining Kiss again, and I went for Memento. Now, you might think that's a bit of a silly play there, but I felt like it was necessary for me to give myself a chance, right? Because I had nothing for that at all. So I Mementoed their stats, I dropped their special attack. My last Pokemon here was the bulky Terra Electric set. So now they don't have those special attack boosts, right? And it's not gonna be easy for them either because it's not super effective. So now they're gonna go for Shadow Ball there. They're going for a bit more base power, and of course the first turn they got a special defense drop. I was like, come on. So that was very, very lucky on their part there to get that. Now I can go for Stomping Tantrum here, don't get me wrong, but I didn't want that special defense drop, you know, because it's not like I can swap it out. Now they're really pressuring me. The next Shadow Ball, it does a lot, but Stomping Tantrum does take them out, which is good there. I just wish I didn't get hit by that, you know, that special defense drop. Last Pokemon is, look at this team. So the last Pokemon is Zacian. I'm like, my goodness, like I'm going to have to get a Quick Claw Fissure here. I was like, well, I'll just, there's nothing for me to do. I'll just go for it, right? And I got it one. I was like, yes. Okay, please land, please land, please land, please land. And it didn't land. I was like, oh, it's just like, guys, it's just like the first battle. The very, very first battle. So I got it. I was like, I got hit by crunching it, and then I just went, here I just went for Fissure again and Stomping Tantrum, where I could have got a rest off there, but I thought that was worth a shot, right? I was thinking, I was like, do I go for Fissure now, or do I go for Stomping Tantrum? It was exactly like the first battle, like missing out on that Fissure KO at the end there. There really was nothing I could do here to a Zacian, right? And they're going to go for Crunch and Fake me, but it is what it is. I could have possibly gone for a rest there, but I actually didn't think I'd live that turn. But anyway, it was I mean, look at the team they brought. Like another person scraped the win against this team, but it was a good one. Let's get on to battle number 4 here. I don't know what my opponent's name is, but this is the 4th and final battle today. Anyway, all right. So Ting Lu versus Garchomp. So I thought Garchomp might stay out with a Stealth Rock there, but they're going to just straight go for Sword Dance, which was interesting, because most Ting Lus will carry Whirlwind, right? So it's not always a very good idea to set up Sword Dance against you, you know? Of course, this set doesn't have Whirlwind, so they're getting away. They're pretty lucky to get away with that, because most Ting Lus would just go Whirlwind now and phase them out. So I went for Body Press, and I'm not really doing a lot of damage. Plus they've got Rough Skin, and they're doing a bit of damage here. Now they're going to go for Outrage, so that easily is going to take Ting Lu out. That's like +4 Outrage. Like, all right, I've got nothing to live this. even my most strongest Pokemon won't, bulkiest Pokemon won't live this. I have to go for, there's only one Pokemon I can swap in here that is going to be able to live this, and that's Terra Fairy Ting Lu with Whirlwind. So it was a bit of a shame I didn't lead with this one, but you know, the entry hazards being up on the field and this Ting Lu were, you know, effective working together, so I swapped this one in later, right? So with Outrage, I'm going to be able to get one free turn there. That was kind of like the plan. Now, I had a lot of battles with this Ting Lu team, so today's video might be a little bit shorter than usual, but look, most of them weren't that entertaining. There was a lot of stall and stuff, and it just wasn't exciting, right? I felt like these 4 battles were like real quality, regardless whether I won or lost. Like these were the most exciting battles I had out of probably, you know, 30 to 40 battles there. So that's why it's a little bit shorter video today. And I don't want to just put battles in there that are just mid, you know. I just want to put the best battles in there, or most entertaining ones, you know. So we're gonna swap there. Well, a forcible swap from Whirlwind. In comes Greninja. That's a good. Quite a good counter as well. And they're going to be swapping out themselves. Now we've got Metagross coming in. So Metagross is absolutely going to use Meteor Mash or Bullet Punch here. Fissure misses. That would have been nice to land that on the swap there, but it's Fissure. It's a luck-based move. So Metagross has got leftovers. At least I know what its item is there from the from the swap out. And I thought, well, I might need that Terra Fairy one for Garchomp, plus I really don't want to take a Steel-type move. So bringing in my next Ting Lu here, I thought, well, Ting Lu has, you know, a lot of these carry Ground-type moves, so I could use them against, you know, against Metagross. And it's not like it's got weakness policy or something like that. So I thought maybe I could surprise him going for the Snarl combination. So Earthquake's going to do absolute donkeys there. It's not even stab. And Snarl actually does really, really good damage. I'm actually liking the damage that I did there. So I thought, oh, Earth Power will actually take out Metagross here at this point. It was all very, very close, you know. Now, Greninja's not going to like swapping in. I mean, Garchomp's not going to like swapping in. It's like, what are they going to swap in here? I had a feeling, but I wasn't sure whether I was just going to sack off their Metagross or not. But they brought in Dragapult. So Dragapult is a very fast Pokemon, and it's always difficult with Dragapult because you never know what it's going to do, right? It can run multiple sets. Earth Power did really, really good damage. They're going to U-turn. U-turn did a fair bit of damage there, and I was like, you've got Life Orb. You must have. So they took some damage here from Life Orb, and they're going to take some more damage from the Stealth Rock. Now we've got a Dragonite, another shiny Dragonite. Absolutely disgusting. So I was like, all right, well, I just went for Hex here. Hex does some pretty good damage, considering. Now, I've got Snarl and I've got Hex. This one was meant to work for Terra Ghost. I think this was the Terra Ghost set with Hex. I just want to have a look. No, it was Terra Water. I think I just had Hex on there so I could have a Ghost-type move on there. I just tried to use its special moves, you know, not that I had a very big variety of them. So I almost took out Dragonite spamming extreme speed, and it's still all right though, because you know, I've done pretty well so far. I've actually revealed nearly all of their team and done some good damage to most of them. So bringing in next Ting Lu here, this is the Rocky helmets. Yeah. Oh wait, no, this is the mix set there, the mix flinching set. So I've got Dart Pulse, I've got Rock Slide, and I'm like, what do I do here? So I just go for Dart Pulse and keep them sort of guessing on what I have. Then Dragonite unloads their Outrage. That does a lot of damage. Like, was that? Wait, that was a Life Orb. Wait, I think that was a Life Orb as well. Was that 3 Life Orbs? Dragonite, Dragapult, Garchomp have one? I feel like that was 3 Life Orbs. Anyway, they got that full Life Orb team. In comes Latios. Now, Latios got Aura Spheres. I'm like, that's a good move for this team. Powerful coverage moves too. So down goes Ting Lu. Suddenly I've got 3 Pokemon and I've only taken 1 out. So like, I don't know. I'm going to have to come in clutch here. So bringing in Ting Lu again. The next Ting Lu, I know that surprises you, and this is the physical one, the weakness policy one. So I thought, well, I've got Stone Edge. That's going to take it out with the weakness policy, no worries. So Aura Sphere hits me, and it hits me reasonably hard there, and it's going to activate my weakness policy. So I was thinking this might be, this is definitely max special attack for sure, you know, and they've got some, like, wait, is it Life Orb? Wait, what? Wait, Latios' Life Orb. Wait, Dragonite? I think think that's 3-4 life orbs. Like, that's crazy. I was wondering why they were doing so much damage to me. Anyway, so in comes Green. I'm going to watch this Greninja. Does it have a life orb? Now, it's going to use Ice Beam, right? It's got the Protein Ice Beam. And, you know, that was a good counter too, like ice and water moves, right? So that's the end of Ting Lu. All right, let's wait for the life orb. Does it have one? No, it did. It didn't have a life orb. Okay, fair enough. So I had see the difference in this battle? I didn't have my Terra Electric one, so this set was nowhere near as good as my Stomping Tantrum Fissure set with Terra Electric, but I had to try and make use of it. So they've got Grass Knot. That does donkeys. Grass Knot actually activates Rocky Helmet. Grass Knot's actually a contact move. It's one of the few special ones there, so that was pretty funny. They're going to keep going for Ice Beam here. They're going, I know what they're trying to do. They're going to go for a Freeze Axe. I'm going for Fissure here because there's really nothing I could do, and I absolutely have to get rid of this. I could phase them out. I could Ruination. I could Mud Slap, but I need to get rid of them right now. I have to get rid of this, right? So Surfscrew, nothing at all, and I got Fissure off. So that's the end of Greninja. Thank goodness that's gone. Okay. Way too many super effective moves for my last Ting Lu to handle there. So there's a Metagross left, a Dragapult, and a Garchomp, right? So in comes Dragapult. It is on its last legs. It is going to take some Stealth Rock. So I was like, oh, you're going to go for one attacking move and faint? You know? So I thought, well, I'll just go for Whirlwind there. Then they went for Fan of Force. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. So they're gonna disappear there. I just went for Whirlwind. There wasn't much I could do here. I thought, well, I want to conserve that for a second. I'm going to conserve that Terra Fairy one for Garchomp, you know? So Garchomp can't just press Outrage. They're going to have to actually work for it. So I swapped in my Ting Lu here. Ting Lu's going to be able to, you know, tank this attack, and they're going to faint themselves to the Life Orb. I felt that was a better play there. Now they're going to have to choose to bring in Metagross or Garchomp, right? So, I figured they'd probably bring in Garchomp, and they did. It's like, okay, you've got Sword Dance, you've got Outrage. I'm assuming it's got Earthquake, you know, something like that. So I've got Stomping Tantrum. I got a Quick Claw, which is really nice. I was like, cool, that's going to be some free damage on Garchomp. And I didn't think it'd do very much. I was like, okay, that's not bad. Some rough skin there. It's all good, and they're going to go for Sword Dance. Like, I figured they would. I figured that. So I've got Stomping Tantrum will take them out, which is gonna be good. So now they're gonna go for Outrage. So I could have gone into my other Ting Lu there. I could have, but I thought, well, that's gonna be way too predictable. So I don't even know if that crossed their mind that I could have easily have gone into that, but you know, it is what it is, right? So bringing in my Ting Lu here, I've got a bit of health left, just a little bit over half. They're locked into that. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna have to go for a Mud Slap KO or Whirlwind. Like, what am I gonna do here? I was like, oh no, Mud Slap's probably not, like, real talk, Mud Slap wasn't probably gonna faint, but I had to go for it. So, Outrage is not gonna work. I was like, all right, Mud Slap, can you please faint them? And it didn't. it was an absolute disaster. So I was like, oh no, I've got Mud Slap here. I was like, I'll go for that again. That was why I was scared of Iron Head. That's why I was a little bit scared of swapping that one in, right? So anyway, Ting Lu's gonna faint, but Garchomp is also gonna faint to the Rocky Helmet, and that's the end of the battle. Metagross is left. Hope you guys enjoyed the Ting Lu team. Some very, very close battle there. I'll catch you next time. Peace.